have a very, very strong impact from what it is that we are putting into our body as well. And we know a large percentage of our body is comprising of water. That means that water is the most important and most essential element for life and living. Water and air are the two important and essential elements that we cannot survive without which there could be no human life. So, up next in our program, our next discussion is going to be what happens when this important element is lacking in our body. What happens when our body starts to suffer through any kind of dehydration to any level and any degree. Joining us here in the program for this discussion is Dr. Mostafa Afifi, who is an internal medicine specialist. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. How are you, Dr.
Good morning, I'm fine.
Dr. Mostafa, so just before you joined us, we were talking about kidney diseases, and the doctor was telling us more about the early signs and symptoms about it too. And we know how it is that lots of the times people even who have kidney diseases are constantly asked to consume more fluids, and for people who have many of the diseases as well, the doctors will recurrently ask them to consume more fluids because of how important it is for our body. But what happens when we say that a person is dehydrated or dehydration? How is it that we characterize even dehydration? What is dehydration?
Dehydration is a negative balance between the input of fluids that you need and the output of fluids. It's a pathological condition, and many times people that have excessive loss of fluids, like in gastroenteritis, where there is a lot of diarrhea, excessive vomiting, that have some type of endocrinal disorders, that they lose a lot of urine, although the body needs it. And it's the most common cause of worldwide and most causing deaths in infants and young children, up to accounting for about 4 million infant and child deaths per year all over the world is diarrhea, infective diarrhea. Water is, as you said before, is the main constituent of the body elements. About 60% of your body consists of water alone. So in case of dehydration, the body is not working right. There happens a lot of electrolyte disturbance, a lot of affecting your vital functions, and it can cause serious illness, and severe dehydration is a medical emergency.
Yeah, and Dr. Mostafa, let me ask you, how common the dehydration here in the kingdom among children and adults as well?
We can say that it's more common in children and elderly people because they are more vulnerable to dehydration. It's really common because